Hey,
Look at that. He's all, hey, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And then he's the last one to join.
well, I'm just happy that we're all here together, guys.
We hardly ever give him shit about anything, so I had
It's
to give him
about
shit
time,
about
right?
that. Right. It's about time.
So before we get going with this badass, man, I'm so excited. So, and it's going to be music heavy, but like we're talking like 5-second clip, like nothing more than like 5 to 7 seconds, which will still get hit probably. Anyway, Joel, you're right here.
Hey, hold on.
Yep. That's right on my screen.
Okay. I'm official.
Official. Ole, 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 ole.
Someone didn't get the black shirt memo.
It's all right.
I'm just glad he has sleeves today. Jeez. I
All
still
right.
have the sunspots in my eyes from your shoulders.
It's all good.
That opening is pretty epic. I love it.
Was that the one where we're walking up to your wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And jam in on the one. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the UNT3 podcast, where we bring you all music all the time. We're three best friends that just when we get together, we talk everything music. We like to argue, hug, laugh, cry, not kiss, though. We don't go that far when we talk about music.
Y'all are too
But I'm your host,
scratchy.
Ryan Gerfers, and this is our hero up here, Mr. Joel Cox, and then we've got Mr. Christian Fisher right up here. He's going to unmute himself in a second.
Just did.
But, man, I tell you what, you'll need to go check the episode out that's dropping right before this one, because we've got some pretty awesome intros with this, okay? Go check out the intro, because the intro is amazing.
I think all of our intros are amazing.
But
It's the
this
middle
one's
part
like-
that's
no, I
lacking
agree.
from time to time.
I agree with that statement, but let me tell you something. That intro is just legit, okay?
Well, it was a special occasion.
But it's almost too legit to quit. MC Hammer. So, today, they have no idea what we're going to talk about. I love it. It's going to be fantastic. So we're going to jump right into the first thing. And I thought about this while we were sitting here doing our pre-production minutes.
Yeah.
It just hit me just like this. Just like this. Pow. Okay? So here it is. We're going to go, whose corner are you getting in?
Ooh.
Yeah, right on.
Whose corner are you getting in? All right.
Okay.
So we're just going to dive right into it. Poison. Yeah. Well, we know he's not getting in Poison.
Well, he's pointing. You're
What?
pointing at him like
No,
he's
Poison or Motley Crue.
Oh.
Motley Crue.
Ooh.
That's no
Oh.
Man.
no thought needed for that one. Motley Crue.
No, that you can't say that because
I can definitely speak for myself and say that there's no thought needed.
but you can't just easily say it. That's a really good one. I mean, Motley Crue, all the albums, they started the hair metal thing. They were at the forefront. I mean, they were there before Poison really they kind of piggybacked off of Motley Crue. And
Poison is Motley Crue light.
I would agree. But man, that's not that easy. I mean, dude, look what the cat dragged in, Flesh and Blood. I mean, Open Up and Say Ah. Those three albums are just great albums. You know, even the album they did with Richie Kotzen was really good, even though it didn't do his Native Tongue. That was still a great album. So, and they had hits. They sold millions of albums. But, you know, with Motley Crue, what you got? Dr. Feelgood. You got Shout at the Devil. You got, what was their first album? The one with Livewire on it.
You're gonna make me think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what their first album. And you know, Too Young to Fall in Love. Oh, man, Man, if I'm gonna get in a court, that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
No, it's not. It's not difficult. Too Fast for Love
Too
was their
Fast for
first.
Love. Okay.
Was their
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Was their first album.
I'm gonna say for me, I'm gonna go Poison. But I will say, Dr. Feelgood, that album alone makes it a real tough argument.
Look, you got Too Fast for Love, Shot at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 Dr. Feelgood. I mean, those albums, those are, as far as that genre is concerned, the hair metal, if you will. Those are standard bearers, like and that's what 5, 6 albums in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums in a row with Dr. Feelgood, in my opinion, being the best of those 5.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because that's the classic lineup of Nikki, Mick, Tommy, and Vince. And then Vince left the band after Dr. Feelgood for a period of time.
Yep. That's also a Bob Rock produced album, if I remember correctly. So,
yes, it is.
But see, for me, the open up and say, look what the cat dragged in, and Flesh and Blood could stand up to those albums just as well. I'm just saying.
I guess so. The thing that, pardon me. The thing that I think, other than the songs just being way better than anything Poison put out.
Wow.
Motley Crue wasn't afraid to mix it up with you if you got up in their mix, right? They were like, all right, you want to throw hands, we'll throw hands, right? Poison, they just look like girls.
Wow.
Man.
I mean, and they were unabashed about it too.
Yeah, they didn't care.
So,
So we got one Motley Crue, we got one Poison.
Yeah, what are you gonna pick? You have to break the tie.
Okay,
plus Motley Crue. I'm saying this, never have gone to a concert for either one of them, but from what I've seen on YouTube and things like that, the shows that Motley Crue put on were way better than anything Poison did.
Well, I will say, being someone who actually saw both Poison and Warrant, that's a bunch of crap. But I will say that
Warrant.
I will say I saw Poison.
Cherry
on the
pie
Flesh and
eating
Blood
mother
tour.
truckers.
Well, I saw Poison on the Flesh and Blood tour, and they were phenomenal. And I saw Motley Crue on the Dr. Feelgood anniversary tour, and they were stellar. So I mean, they both put on good shows. I just think
even with Vince Neil not being able to sing half the songs, like literally half the song he couldn't sing because he was running out of breath.
He did really well when I saw him. Let's just put it that way. Maybe he had a good night, but I thought for me it just comes down to the songs and things of that nature. And I liked Motley Crue, but for me, Poison that was just the stuff that I gravitated towards. So I'm still sticking to Poison. What about Gurpich? You have to choose. What is your favorite?
So for me, I'm going to pick this band because I've only seen one of them live. And so I'm picking Poison just for the fact that I've seen them live. And so, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
I mean, but no, it's not that we win because we both pick Poison. It's just one of those things. It's like, I mean, I just know Poison stuff, I guess, a little better than I know Motley Crue stuff. So there you go.
This is going to light the comments up. I just feel it.
And so it is what it is. But I mean, so we could even, I could follow it up, but we won't keep diving into this, but I could follow it up as to which band had the better frontman. But that's another conversation for another day.
Oh, that would
I don't know. Bret Michaels was I will say that Bret Michaels was a pretty good frontman.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they had to do a lot of work in the studio to make Vince sound good. That's just my feeling.
let's do this. We'll revisit that one in a future episode, but let's really get to the meat of where we're going with this today. And so, what I want to do is a lot of episodes, we tend to seem like we're really pandering to our YouTube viewers. Watch us, check this out, come check, look at this, comment. I want to reach out to those that are listening on like Apple Podcast and Spotify. And we have been playing a lot of music, but today I want all of you out there, y'all can actually, as you're driving or working or however it is that you're listening to us, you can jump in on this today. Now, what we're going to do is I've got a list of 20. Okay. Now, this is a fairly recent list, came out in 2019, so we're not reaching way back. This is the 20 greatest rock guitar intros of all time.
Ooh.
And now,
That's a good one.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to start down at number 20. We'll work up to number 1. And I'm literally only going to play 5 to 7 seconds of each intro. That's it. I'm not going to give you any more than that just because, YouTube, they feel us coming. And they feel us coming hard here.
Hey, when we get to 60, man.
So,
Woo!
So here's the deal. I'll play 5 to 7 seconds. I guarantee you, y'all will know every single one of these just off of these 5 to 7 seconds. Hey. So, and y'all are going to be very happy because I'm using Spotify. I'm not using YouTube. Look at y'all.
Yay, no ads.
All right. No ads.
So proud of you. He
First song.
He grows up.
I know, right? Just wait till the news I tell you tomorrow when you're both in my house. Anyway, here we go. Sweet Child of Mine will be number 1.
Whoa, turn it down.
I got you. So there you go. 7 seconds. Sweet Child of Mine. So I got to guess on number 1. Anyway,
dude, my inner Sheldon is screaming.
Why?
Because starting it off and cutting it off before it actually kicks in is just like death for me. But we will try to do our best.
So that's number 20.
What?
That song is number 20 on the list.
As far as best guitar intros?
That is number 20 on a list of 20.
Okay.
I call bullshit. I can already tell.
20,
I can already tell I'm going to have a classic Christian response to this list.
This is not, and just for the record, this is not a Rolling Stones list.
Yeah, well.
And this is not a Billboard list. So there you go. We'll go to number 19. Okay. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all who this is. Here we go. All right.
That should be a little higher too, I think.
It should be higher.
Well, what is it?
The Beatles' I Feel Fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, should that one be in front of Sweet Child of Mine?
Yes.
I'd say no.
Ooh.
I'd say no. Because you could put Sweet Child of Mine on pretty much anywhere and people are gonna it's a great intro, but Sweet Child of Mine, you start playing it, people start freaking out. Clothes start coming off, so
Whoa.
I'm just being honest. I mean, seriously.
I haven't been there to see that.
I can't tell you how many times I've been at a gig warming up and I'll start with that. I mean, I don't care if it's church or concert venues or whatever. People lose their mess, you know?
All right, let's do 18.
18. Here we go.
18. Hell yeah. This should be way higher on the list.
So that's 7 seconds. Man, the 7 seconds, it's bugging me too. I'm like, man, I want to wait for it to get going, you know?
Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones.
There you go.
I remember my dad wore that vinyl out. Mm-hmm. I remember because, he worked all during the week. So Saturday morning, that's how we'd start Saturday mornings out. He'd start me up, man. And he must have played that song specifically. Now, remember, I'm little bitty, so this is on turntable. This is before CDs came out and all they didn't have tape players or 8-track players. Mom and Dad just had a turntable, so he'd let that song play and he'd move the needle back to the song and play it again. My dad's a big Rolling Stones fan.
That's a good track. Great track. One of the first videos I remember seeing on MTV.
Yep.
Good stuff.
So for all of y'all listening and watching, pop onto YouTube and do put in the comments how many on this list of 20 you actually got right. Right? I want to know how many you got right. Did you get 15? Did you get all 20? Just off of hearing 7 seconds of the intro. So we'll move on to number 17. Here we go.
Winger.
Hey, was the volume good on that last one?
Yeah, volume was good.
All right, here we go.
It's going to be Winger.
It is not going to be Winger, but here we go.
It's going to be Wanger.
Some of y'all get that reference out there.
Here we go.
I got it.
Could you hear it?
Sounds like Metallica, Nothing Else Matters. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
There you
I
go.
barely hear it, but yeah.
Yeah, some of these, I don't know why, like the volume is a little lower than others.
Oh, well, that's still I mean, I remember when I was teaching guitar and when I was learning guitar, that was one of those songs that, kind of like Smells Like Teen Spirit, some of that stuff. Like, that was the cool guitar. Hey, I don't have to use a pick. I can use my fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all open string playing too.
Yeah, for the most part. So, again, one of those really good Cliff Burton inspired, even though he wasn't in the band, he passed away, but that's definitely a Cliff Burton inspired arrangement,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
that song was done in one take, right?
Not quite.
It's all
But I
good.
will say James Hetfield does the guitar solo on it, and it's a killer guitar solo.
He wrote that song while he was on the phone.
Really?
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Because it's all, the beginning's all open strumming. No, he's had the phone in one hand. He said he's just sitting there and he was like, he was talking to like his brother or something. And he's like, I got to go. And wrote the song. And now he may have written the song in one take, but no.
Got it. All right.
Good stuff.
Number 16. Y'all, yeah. All of you listeners out there, you're going to get this one. Everybody that's keeping notes will get number 16 correct. If you don't, I'm sorry. There you go. That's 7 seconds.
You're not even going to get to the guitar part.
Hey, that's 7 seconds to the intro. Now, I
Hey.
can keep going if you want me to.
Oh, we're good. Everybody knows
Okay.
that song, though. Again, that's one of those guitar riffs.
I mean, I hear the
At the
guitar.
bottom.
I hear the
Yeah.
guitar intro in my head right now.
Yeah.
Such a great riff.
Is that Jake or is that Randy?
That's Randy.
That's what I thought. Okay.
That's Randy. Yeah, that's that riff is just, yeah.
Now, number 15 here, I'm interested to see. I'm just interested to see your
For those of
reaction.
you who didn't know, that was Crazy Train.
Oh, by Ozzy Osbourne, yeah.
There you
Guess
go.
we should say that, yeah.
Even though everybody listening got it right. Okay.
Well, they know it was Ozzy.
Yeah. All right, number 15, I'm interested to see your faces when this one plays. So here we go.
Here we go.
All right.
You can tell who put this list together.
This is
Someone younger than us.
no, the Color and the Shape, the song Monkey Wrench by Foo Fighters. That's
Yeah,
no.
but does that intro deserve to be higher on the list than Sweet Child of Mine?
I think this list is just great guitar intros. We're just going to keep it as such. No, it should not be above Sweet Child of Mine. But I will tell you, when I got to cover that song the few times I did with Andy Melvin's band, that was one of the most fun songs to play. Oh my gosh, we played that in My Hero. Oh geez, Good
The
stuff.
song that was on Varsity Blues.
Dude, Dave Grohl is he is literally the best. Like, if I could hang out with any musician right now that just seems like it would be the funnest time, Dave Grohl seems like him and Taylor Hawkins together.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like you just end up hanging out with like other people just because he's so amazing.
So number 14 is
Golly,
actually number 14 is probably actually one of my favorites that's on this list.
All right.
So this will be another one that I'm going to say people our age and older should get. But not taking anything away from our younger listeners or viewers. But here we go. Number 14.
I'm ready.
That song and the one I played for you guys when we were when I was in Colorado. Those are the two songs of Eric Clapton that I remember listening to on Saturday mornings. It was Eric Clapton and the Rolling Stones.
Gotcha.
Layla.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what I love about that is when he did his Unplugged show and he completely redid the song. And
yeah, look, Joel is speechless just off of those 7 seconds.
No, it's great. I'm automatically playing the whole song in my head. I agree with, the thing is that's just a great song. And he rearranges it. It's great. He plays it originally. It's great. Dwayne Allman on the original track is great. And what's so funny to me, though, is I love that song. But when it breaks into the instrumental in the section at the second half I actually prefer that part even more than the beginning. And the beginning part's amazing, but just such a great, man, just the feels. That's one of those songs that I just have the feels for,
Yeah, that piano part at the end is one of the, I'm not going to say the best, one of my favorite pieces of music of all time.
Yeah, top 5 at least.
Yeah.
Top 5, yeah.
Now, is that Dwayne Allman playing the intro? That do 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 do?
He's
because
when part.
Okay, because
he's in the high part.
Because when I saw him live, and this was way back in '97, or maybe '98, somewhere in there. No, it was 2002, because that's when my brother graduated high school. He didn't play that part live. The other guy that he had playing guitar with him played that live.
Yeah. He I think it varies, but he really does, from what I understand. I've read a lot of articles with the people that have played with him. Doyle Bramhall, the third or whatever, has played with them, and Derek Trucks played with them. And from what
I saw Doyle play.
He's a brilliant guy.
He was the opening act for Eric that night.
Yeah, from what I understand, he allows his musicians to play, and then he'll do the solo stuff. But he wants them to play. He wants them to have the kind of spotlight, because that's why he hires them. So it wouldn't surprise me. But as far as in the studio, from what I understand, I think he played the low part and Dwayne played the high part. But I could be wrong on that. It's been a few moons since I've read about it, but. Either way, that band is killer. That whole album was just a flash in the pan. Bell Bottom Blues is one of my all-time favorite songs as well. So
that's such a great song.
So great. I'm getting the feels over here. So let's keep moving.
So number 13, I'm actually really happy that this song from this era is on this list. Okay. So I'm just gonna play it. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when I play it.
Your cousin Marvin Berry.
So there we go. What is it?
You're looking for a new sound? Well, listen to this.
Man, that's
Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Johnny B. Good, man. I tell you what, it's just nice that it's not like a 70s, 80s, or 90s style song.
Yeah.
Right. So it's nice that something a little older is on there.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine growing up in that time and hearing that for the first time? Like, we had when we heard it for the first time as kids, we'd had all this other stuff. Like in the '80s, we had synth pop and all that, and that opening guitar riff. And when we were kids, was it's just another guitar riff. But could you imagine listening to that in the '50s when all of that was just starting? And I mean, there wasn't anything on the radio like that when it came out.
No. Well, I have a special tie to that song other than Back to the Future. But when I was a kid, my first actual kind of gig I ever did was with my dad at a 50s sock hop. And that's the song we played.
Heck yeah.
And
that's awesome.
My dad sang it and played rhythm, and I played the lead, and I slaughtered the intro. I was terrible. I mean, as a kid. But I remember people banging on the stage while we played, and it wasn't a lot of people. And I thought, yeah, this is the coolest thing ever. So when I hear that, I think of that young kid playing through that gorilla amp in front of all these kids, and just golly. And you're right. Can you imagine? It's kind of like the first time I heard Nirvana and just going like, what the heck is this? But hearing Chuck Berry,
yeah,
I mean, not just the music, but just the racial divide at that time and the guitar tone, I can only imagine what that was like at that time. And the thing is even though it's how many years old, it still kind of does the same. So.
Oh, it's pushing 70 now.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Great intro.
Number 12 will be another one that everybody should get. I should say almost everybody should get this one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh.
That's it. Joel's so pissed he wants it to keep playing.
Who doesn't? And okay.
Number 12. That was number 12.
What's the title of this list?
The title of this list, let me scroll back up, is the 20 greatest rock guitar intros of all time.
So it's not in order.
So no particular order.
Yeah.
Because there is a particular listener out there that would be like, "Oh my God, how is this not higher on the list?"
At least top 10.
Yeah, right. That one, I think there are 3 that they're all probably on this list. That Purple Haze, the one we just heard, Smoke on the Water, and Stairway to Heaven. Those should be like the top 3. With Highway to Hell being in there too, but
well, see, and I would put for me, I would put Sweet Child of Mine too, just because it has.
Yeah, that needs to.
Top 5, but yeah, man.
I would not argue if Sweet Child of Mine was 5 or higher.
Yeah, there's some defining albums in that. I was introduced to Hendrix with Axis Bold as Love, but I remember hearing that for the first time, and it was mind blowing. And there was a guy who used to play in Florida, and he actually had the left-handed Strat, and he did the whole thing with the Marshalls, and it was loud and shaking the walls. And there's just something about that. It sounds scary, and then it busts into what he's doing. I don't know, man. Such a great intro. See, it's causing me not to make sense because we just need to keep listening, but we can't.
So number 11 here, we'll see. This one's going to be interesting. I think y'all will get this, but we'll see. Here we go.
Our amps go to 11, by the way.
Yes, they do.
There it is.
Blup, blup, blup,
I mean, it's just opening. I mean, that opening is just power chords.
No. For me, Bomb Track should be the one that's in place. If you're gonna play
Bulls on Parade.
No, Bulls on Parade or Bomb Track.
So for those of you listening, that is Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name
of.
F you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah, I will.
F you, I won't do what you tell me.
I will say I disagree with the list on this choice. I think that it should be Bulls on Parade or it should be Bomb Track. That's just my honest opinion. If you're gonna choose a Rage track, which easily could fit on this list, I think it should be one of those two.
Sure.
I don't think Rage should be on the list at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. And on that note, we'll just dive right into the top 10.
Let's hit the top 10.
We're going to hit, this is number 10, and I think both of y'all will absolutely agree with this being a top 10.
Rage hater.
I think that should be top 5, but
There it is. What is it?
Ain't Talk About Love by Van Halen.
There you go.
hey.
But see, and this is the thing with Van Halen, it could be Ain't Talk About Love, it could be Running with the Devil, and it could be Panama. Like all three of those are tracks that, I mean, yeah.
What about Eruption?
Yeah, well, but that's more of a guitar, like that's a guitar solo.
This is
right?
guitar intros.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, like I think just based off of this, I would do one of those other three. That's just me though.
I was just throwing it out there, but that's.
I know. I love Eruption, but I think for this kind of list, which is more like song based, I mean, I think that's what I would have picked was one. I mean, this song or Panama or Running with the Devil, but good.
Number 9. Here we go. Number
Nueve.
Number 9.
All right.
I think that's sitting at a perfect spot.
You think that's right where it needs to be. What is it?
Dude, Walk This Way.
There you go.
Run DMC,
Aerosmith.
right?
No, not the Run DMC version.
Not the Run DMC version. No, I tell you what, Aerosmith is one of those bands, man, I've seen them twice live, and holy crap, for me, they're better live than they are on recorded.
I got to see him live backstage.
They're amazing.
I've never seen them live. One of the bands I've never seen live. Probably won't ever see them live.
All right.
I don't want to see him if Joey Kramer's not the drummer. That's all I'm saying.
So what are we on? Ocho now?
Now we're gonna be on number 8. So let's see. I'm
ESPN the Ocho.
Here we go. I'm ready to see some eye rolls. Maybe not though. We'll see.
Eye rolls.
See,
Hey, our first double.
No.
Yes.
Our first repeat band.
So
No.
Van Halen, you really got me.
No. That's a terrible.
That's a terrible. Wow.
If you're gonna repeat Van Halen with their catalog the way it is, and that's what you're gonna choose. Again, if you're gonna choose that, then you might as well just put Eruption in front of it because that's what really makes that song what it is because they play them together. But I wouldn't. I would have chosen Panama or Run with the Devil. I think I don't agree with that pick.
I'm all right with it.
You're good with it?
Maybe not that high, but I'm all right with it.
Yeah, if it's gonna be on,
I would have that in a top 20. Jeez, there's my eye roll right there. For me, if I'm gonna put this on a 20 greatest, and I'm gonna put this song on it, it's gonna be 20 or 19, not number 8.
Yep.
It's number 8 because it's Van Halen.
Yeah.
If it's anybody else, it's probably not even on the list.
Yeah,
Well, let's see if we can make Joel happy with number 7. Here we go.
This counts as a repeat too, in my opinion.
So what is it?
Yes, it's Cream.
Yeah,
Featuring
Eric Clapton was in Cream, but Layla wasn't. Layla was Derek and the Dominoes, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's Eric Clapton. I'm fine with it. It's a great song. It's one of those you walk into Guitar Center. It's one of those songs that people try to play. Like Stairway to Heaven. So
I'm good with it.
Yeah,
good with it.
All right, number 6.
Oh,
Y'all
here
will
we
both
go.
be okay with number 6. I'm just gonna play it. Y'all are both gonna be like, "Yep, okay."
Needs to be higher. But I called it. I said it'd be on the list.
So there it is.
that is Smoke on the Water.
Smoke on the
Deep
water.
Purple.
Do y'all know the story behind that song?
No, tell us.
Go ahead.
Joel, you know it,
No,
right?
I'll tell. I do. I'm saying yes, I do. But go ahead, tell the story.
In that was it the hotel they were staying in was
It's
caught on
actually
fire?
It's Frank Zappa's studio caught on fire.
That's what it was. They saw it from their hotel
Yeah, it's
across the lake. Yeah.
Yeah. So his studio caught on fire, and it's the story about that happening. So, and Frank Zappa tells it a lot better, but yeah, that's what it's about. So
Or he told it a lot better.
he did. He probably did. Well, it's Frank Zappa, so.
He probably did a lot of things. Well, he can't tell it anymore.
Oh wow.
What? I'm just saying he can't.
Yes, he is dead now. Yes, Frank Zappa's dead.
All right.
Jeez.
Now we're gonna go top 5. So number 5, a clip of this song has been played on this podcast before. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Now, the first 7 seconds of this, we'll see.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, I gave you a little more just so you could hear the guitar there. But what's that one?
You like it so much. Tell us.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us?
Okay, well, yes, I will. But so that is Roundabout by Yes. Dude, I'm sorry, but when the bass comes in on that, it's over.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
That whole bass little deal. Oh, come on.
Yeah,
So.
Chris Squires was definitely he was a beast, man. And well, that whole band was great. But what's so funny is when I was introduced to this song, I actually heard the live version first. And so the studio version sounds a little different. And I actually prefer the live version because it's a different drummer. It's Steve Howe, man.
If you go and look at their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performance with Geddy Lee on bass, it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Chris Squire was one of Geddy's influences. So.
Well, that explains it because their tones are pretty similar. That kind of more high end, real punchy tone. So.
All right, number 4.
All right, number 4. So I'm going to throw this out there. I'll probably give you more like 10 seconds just to, even though you probably won't need it. Here we go.
Yeah, buddy. You can cut it now.
Yeah, there it is.
I can't. Well, I can because it's one of those ones you hear in Guitar Center all the time.
Yeah.
But at first I thought, it's got that kick drum intro. I thought it was going to be it's on Dazed and Confused at the beginning. Wait, not Sweet Emotion, at the end. The Foghat song. Slow Ride.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So for those that are listening and don't know, that is Black Sabbath, Iron Man.
Yeah. Again, that's the band that you could pick 5 songs to be on this. I mean, Iron Man and Paranoid are the 2 that I would say.
I would have put Paranoia on it before Iron Man.
Yeah. But that is one of those songs as a guitar teacher that, that's one of those songs. Smoke on the Water and Iron Man are the 2 songs that kids want to play all the time. So.
I'm excited about number 3, just to see your reactions, to see if you're like, yeah, or you could be, really? So
Okay.
let's just see what happens.
Man, I hate it when you say that.
Yeah, because it's usually really.
All right, what is it?
Not the one I would have picked, that's for sure.
That's what I was getting at. Were y'all going to get upset that they picked that one?
It's Heartbreaker by Led Zeppelin. And, it's funny because I was thinking about it when you mentioned Led Zeppelin. Again, you can choose Communication Breakdown. You can choose Heartbreaker, Live
Black
and Love,
Dog.
She's Just a Woman, Black Dog. I mean, for numbers'
Stairway.
sake, Stairway is the one that I would assume by popularity, but I'm not really upset with that choice because it is a great song, but really Stairway should be. If there's only 2 left, I don't think Stairway is going to make it. Or maybe it is. I don't know. We'll have to see. But
Could be number 1.
could be number 1. So, okay, this is killing me.
I'm gonna
Can't listen to the whole song.
I'm gonna say number 1. You know what? I'm gonna say number 1.
Okay.
This is my prediction.
You're putting in the call.
I'm putting in the call. Number 1 is Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's gonna be number 1.
Oh, curveball. I thought you were going to say Stairway to Heaven. Okay, let's come on.
All right.
That's my prediction.
Before we get to number 1, we got to hit up number 2.
Okay,
Yeah, we do.
All right, number 2, and I'm just going to play it and smile.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
I knew that would make your day.
I was gonna say not knowing that this song was on the list, if they were gonna put a Metallica song on, they shouldn't have put Nothing Else Matters. They should have put this one, Inner Sandman, because mainstream people, mainstream listeners,
Yeah.
is what I meant to say. That's what they'll recognize. They'll recognize both of them because they were both big hits for the band, but that's probably the one that, that's the one you hear at sporting events, whether it's a hockey game or a football game, right? Mariano Rivera, his nickname was the Sandman, and that's the song he came into whenever he'd come in to close a game for the Yankees. So
Yep, that's what they played on his last game.
yeah.
Wasn't that the one where Metallica actually played it live?
I don't know about that.
I think that's what they did. If I remember correctly, they actually set up a stage and they played it as he was walking out.
I think I remember something
I think
like
that's the case. But no, I'm not upset
to do
by
some
that.
research.
I'm not upset with that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, now let's see if I'm right.
Number 1. Now, before I play number 1, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play it, say what you have to say about it, and then we will dive right into, y'all are each going to get to pick 2 songs that you thought should have been on the list.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to play number 1, say what you're going to say, and then we're diving right into what you think should have been on the list.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling this one's going to surprise both of you. So there you go. There's number 1. What is it?
That's Day Tripper by the Beatles.
There you go. Yeah.
We've officially lost faith in this list.
I would have put Day Tripper over. What was the other one? I Feel Fine. Yeah. I would have put Day Tripper over I Feel Fine. But the number 1 slot, no.
So this list is off of guitarworld.com. It was released in August of 2019.
Yeah, this is obviously Guitar World has gone downhill since I stopped paying my subscription. But I think that's a terrible misstep. And I love I will defend the Beatles left and right. I do agree with Fisher that, there's a ton of, guitar tracks that would be, like Blackbird is such a memorable track, and some other Beatles tracks, and that's a great track. I don't think it should be number one on this list.
No.
Especially if you're going to take away arguably one of the most well-known guitar intros of probably all time with Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
So is that one of your two that you feel should have been on the list?
I think that should absolutely be on the list. And I'm going to piggyback off of something that Fisher said. I think not having Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit on this list, and not because you hear that, or Walk by Pantera. I mean, that's an intro. When you hear it, especially like here in Texas,
Yeah.
people lose their mess. But I'm gonna say too that they missed. It should have been Smells Like Teen Spirit, and it should have been Stairway to Heaven.
Gotcha. What do you got, Fisher?
Shoot, he took
both of
mine.
yours.
Yeah. Well,
You
I'll
can
go.
agree.
I know, but just to throw some more, I would have put Highway to Hell on the list. And if I didn't go Highway to Hell, I'd go Back in Black.
Back in Black. Yeah.
Right. Oh shoot. Oh, why can't I think of the name of the song? Shine On You Crazy Diamond.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get past the guitar solo at the very beginning, that 10-minute guitar solo that he plays, those 4 notes that open the song, those are pretty iconic. But yeah, I mean, there's so many out there. Welcome to the Jungle. I had to put that first little
the delay with the lead.
the delay
part.
that just, I mean, you hear that and you automatically know, okay, yeah, it's Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. But
Yeah.
there are some for sure that I personally would not have put on the list.
So just for Joel's sanity and yours, because he stole it from you, I'm going to give you 7 seconds. Here we go.
Oh, we might get blocked because of this one.
And that's it. So is that now Joel's going to be like, okay, damn it. When we finish this, I've got to go listen to the rest of
I've
it.
already written down all the songs so I can make sure I listen to them on after we're done with this.
So he can so he can relieve his musical blue balls.
Oh, not another one again. Oh, my God. Not again. Oh, my God. Musical blue balls. He's going to get them up in there with Rosie, huh?
Oh, my God. Dude, I went on a date recently, and I'm riding in the car with my date. And
Is this the blind date that you went on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same person,
Yeah,
that date or a different
This
one?
is an additional set of dates. We've gone on several dates since, but
Woo.
we were in the car, and she listened like 3 to 5 seconds of a song and then skip. And 3 of us, and I looked at her, I go, I don't know if I can do this.
I'd have made her walk home.
No.
Wait, no.
Get out my car.
So wait a minute. Say it again. So back that up. What could she not do?
She needs to listen to a whole song, or just skip it at the like don't even let me hear the beginning of it, because it's like you start to get into it and we skip and we get skip. I can't do this. It's too much for my soul.
First of all, it's my car, so I'm in charge. Chris Tucker, don't touch my radio.
That's right.
I will. Wow. Yeah. I'd have been like, here, I'm going to call you an Uber. See you later.
No, it's all good. But yeah, it's funny because that's what the whole time I'm thinking, yeah, this is gonna drive me crazy listening to these 5 to 7 seconds of these songs. But
heck yeah.
So, the thing I love about these lists is that, they do make you think. And I was really not that unimpressed with the list, but I do think that there was a couple of missteps in there. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. you know. And what makes a guitar intro? Is it just the guitar? You know, like Highway to Hell is just guitar before the drums even come in, or you know, can a song like Iron Man be the intro? That's why I think Paranoid should be in there in place because it's just guitar. So just food for thought.
I agree.
But it was fun. Thank you.
Hey, you know, I enjoyed it. So all of you listening, if you kept notes and you kept track, let us know how many you got right, and let us know if you got them all, or if you didn't get any. If you didn't get any, then we really got to sit down and have a conversation. I'm just saying.
If you didn't get any, you need to listen to the previous 30 some odd episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we'll do in a future episode, I may bring in a list of, like, who knows, the best bass riffs, the best,
Yeah.
you know, we'll figure something out, right? It'll be exciting. We'll do something more along the lines of this. But man, yeah, that was fun. Who's got the first listen?
I got it. So
Because I'm ready to hear something.
Ready
man, Fisher's got it, dude. And he's gonna do it in one take today.
There it is.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it in one take. All right. So I guess you're gonna cut all that out, right, Joel?
I'm gonna cut all of it.
All right. Well, we'll wait till you're done on your phone so you can pay attention.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. This is a band that I've mentioned before. I think this was way back when we talked about our Koof listening playlist.
Okay.
Way back, like, what was that, like episode 2 or 3 or something like that? Episode 1 maybe. But this is a song off this band's second album, which is called How Did We Get So Dark? And the name of the song is I Only Lie When I Love You by Royal Blood. Make sure this is turned up enough to where everybody can hear it, and here we go. There it is.
Dude, heck yeah, man! I really liked that. I thought that was badass.
And you know what I love about that band is it's just two guys, guy playing bass and guy playing drums.
Oh, that's you.
Well, hello.
Hello, Mr. iPhone.
This
Yeah.
is when Lionel Richie's "Hello,
Hello.
is it me you're looking for? Could see it in your eyes, see it in your smile." That's right.
It's all I ever wanted.
But are your arms open wide?
There you go.
That's the question.
We might get copyright struck for that.
Because I sang so well up in here.
So, well, Ryan liked it. What about you, Joel?
No, I mean I like Royal Blood. So I'm not familiar with that song, but I am familiar with the band. What's so funny is I was actually going to ask you, and I stopped myself while we were waiting for Gurfers to get back before we played this, what you thought of the newest Royal Blood album.
I like it.
I think it's not good, but
The
that's
face
the
is
stuff-
not good.
Well, you're right. But that song and the first two albums I actually really like, and that's because they sound like that. It's rock and it's fun and it's accessible and it's just a quick 3.5 minute song. I like that stuff. But yeah, no, it's good. I like those guys. I love the, they took the bass and guitar thing and combined it into something new, so it's all riff based, which is super fun. So no, I liked it a lot.
I will say that it took a little bit of time for the songs on the new album to grow on me. And there are still some that I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I'd have done that.
Yeah.
But-
It's a little poppy. It's a little on the poppy side. So if you like what you
Well-
heard, listen to the first two albums because they sound identical to that. So good
Yes.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
So there it is, Royal Blood.
Royal Blood. I liked it. But you know what I really like? Guys, you know what I really like?
You really like Grinder.
Okay, let's try this again. You know what I really like? I like it when our
Rosie Palmer.
Let's try this one more time. You know what I really like? I like it when the UNT3 turns into the UNT Uno. I just say what I'm going to say. What they don't realize is I can edit all their crap out.
Oh, it's all good. When you said, you know what I like, it made me think of that scene from The Office when your answer should have been like, I'll tell you what I like, man. Doing two chicks at the same time. Oh my gosh.
We asked what you would do with $1 million.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I do, man. Two chicks, same time. Oh my
$1 million,
gosh.
that's what they do.
So,
but anyway,
what is it that you really like?
I like hearing
Hero?
from our listeners. I love hearing your comments and even your critiques of what we are thinking about. So, follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. We have a lot of cool things happening. Get on Instagram and Facebook. We have a lot of cool, I think they're pretty cool, but quizzes and questions and photos and things of that nature. We'd love to get your feedback and just kind of communicate with our listeners. Subscribe. Feed the algorithm. Please feed the algorithm. It makes Fisher happy, according to Gurfers. So
Makes the channel happy.
it makes it if Christian's happy, then we're all happy, okay? We're a happy little family. So, but yeah, subscribe, follow us. Fisher, I assume you have some channels that you want to recommend to us today?
Yeah, I got one specifically, and then one that's not so much a channel as it is. Well, I'll talk about it here in just a second. But the first one I want to shout out is the Anthrax YouTube channel. For those of you that like the metal genre, actually seems to do that every time I get to do my channels. But For those of you that like the metal genre and specifically thrash metal and even more specifically the Big Four, go check out the Anthrax channel. They are leading up to July 17th. They're doing basically the history of the band. The band turns 40 this year, and they're going through all of their albums and lineup changes and just the history of the band. So it's pretty interesting to hear the guys talk about just their life in the music business. So go check that out. And then what I've really been checking out lately is the YouTube recommends. If you go to the music section on YouTube and just scroll down until you see YouTube recommends, they split it up by genre. You can do YouTube recommends specific bands, country, pop, rock, hip hop, R&B. They even have political music if that's your taste in music. So do the YouTube recommends. Those are pretty cool.
Nice. Nothing gets me hotter than some political music.
Political music, man. But one could argue that Rage Against the Machine is political music, or I should say anti-political music.
No, they're political.
No, it's very political.
It's very political.
So, hey, that's what I'm into. I like political music. Rage. Hey, but man, dude, today was awesome. Even though there was no Stairway to Heaven on the list, that's okay, because I still thought it was fun, and y'all had a good time.
Can you call yourself Guitar World if you don't put Stairway on your list?
I mean,
throwing that out there.
That's a very good question. If you're an executive at Guitar World, please.
What? It's bullshit. It's bullshit like that caused Joel to cancel his subscription.
I was a subscriber since the 90s, and I got tired of reading what I read. So
list like that.
Yeah.
That's why he quit. Now he gives his money to the AARP.
About 12 more years.
Yep. But hey, man,
if
y'all
guys,
I know, right? It's all good.
I'm right there with you, so
let me tell y'all something. We got some really good stuff coming your way. Be on the lookout for our very first episode, most likely going to be happening soon, where all three of us are in the same exact location for the whole episode.
wow.
Whoa.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. There may be some cameos in that episode by some of our kids, friends, wives, So, I mean, we're going to have to hide our wives, our girlfriends, our moms, our grandmas, who knows? Because they're all going to be here. I don't know. It's going to be fun. And my wolf dog might make an appearance. Who knows?
Right on, Rocky.
That's what happens when we're all in the same location. And then Christian and I might actually get to meet Rosie in person. Just saying.
It's possible.
But hey, keep feeding that algorithm, the algorithm, like Joel said, and like Christian likes. Check us out on all of the YouTubes and Spotify's and Apple Podcast Music, all the stuff that we say every week. Follow us. Let two people know about us. Two of your closest friends. Tell them about us.
Please.
Right? Please. I mean, we got some cool stuff coming your way. 4th of July is coming up. By the time this episode airs, it will be over. Hopefully you had a safe 4th of July weekend. Until next time, keep living, keep loving, keep listening, and as always, keep rocking.
Oh my God.
There it is.
Kind of went off the rails there at the end, but that's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay. Hey.
You know what I like?
It's definitely not Grinder. You want to put it on Grinder? Put it on Grinder.
Can't put it on Grindr.
This is another episode where Joel has tried to get Grindr to be a
sponsor.
He just can't stop mentioning Grindr.
That's what I do.
You know, I got your presents from Colorado, and no, it does not contain any illegal substances.
Just a lot of love.
But not illegal in Colorado.
Not illegal in Texas either.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Those were all for
Hey,
me.
welcome to the UT3.
And while he does that, while he gets it set up, I gotta go pee real quick.
Well, you got to stop sharing your sound before you can go pee. Thank you.
Tiny. Is he gonna pee right there? What's going on? Why does he got to turn the camera off? That's kind of weird.
I know, right?
I mean, I'm gonna edit all this.
No, my camera's acting up. I don't know what's going on with the camera.
Oh, are you taking us with you?
No.
Word. Oh, here he goes with his.
No, because
You're gonna get us blocked.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Get us blocked.
Here's the deal. The reason we're getting blocked is because we're getting to them. We're getting to them.
Yeah, with our 56 views of video and
Hey, you know what? We're huge in Morocco, bitch.
Hey, they're,
Morocco.
you know, all you.
Hold on, let me
YouTube-
pull those stats up.
All you YouTube blocker viewer people out there, we see you coming for us.
It's just an algorithm. That's all
And
it
let me
is.
tell you, we're coming even harder for you today. Good luck blocking what I got for you today. We'll probably get blocked today.
Jeez.
Rosy
You mentioned
Pond.
Grinder every episode
Oh my god.
since you told your coworker told you to get one.
Yeah. Since you've been gone,
Right
I
on.
can breathe for the first time. Hey, we get to all get together. We get to drink beer this weekend together.
Mhm.
We're going to a brewery.
I'll bring some candy if you want it.
Oh. No, I'm good. Thank you, though. I will have some beers with you guys. It's going to be great. We're
It'll be
going
fun.
on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Dude, I'll cut it in half.
Yeah,
I'll cut it in quarters and
yeah
you'll be
me
fine.
licking it would probably be enough.
Oh.
Golly, God, seriously.
What in the world?
Grinder, licking it. I mean,
Grinding,
come on.
licking it being enough. There's your intro.